Thanks everyone for joining this session. Today is day 5. We are going to complete our lab that we have started in day number 4. We tried to bring up our control plane. All the steps are similar. You just follow those steps that we have done in previous section. Or if you're building from a scratch, then you can follow this document. Just now I shared this. This is in the blog as well, and I have shared the OneNote link as well. Let's follow this document. Apart from that, I'm going to share you this notepad as well, because copying and pasting from notepad is easier. So I put everything in the notepad as well. I'll save this notepad and I'll upload with the day 5 recording. So what we have done in previous section is that we have put, first of all, we have bring up the controllers. So you can go and run your Vmanage, run your Vbond. You can go and run your VSmart instances. Once it is up and running, then you can go and put the bootstrap configuration. You should give the system IP, site ID, organization name, Vbond. Now, once you put this, again, all these 4 items that you're seeing here, they have their meaning. System IP is unique, but it's a non-routable IP. The point being here for system IP is this, that once you have a system IP, so let me try to draw here, you will understand this. We are using this system IP everywhere. So suppose I have one box. On that particular box, I can go and put some system IP. So you can go and put the system IP, correct? System IP. Now this particular IP that you are putting over the box as a system IP, irrespective of how many interfaces you have in your box, maybe you have 4 or 5 or 6 interfaces, all those physical interfaces, they have they have one unique identifier as a system IP, right? So this system IP, which is one type of logical IP, it's not depending upon your physical interfaces. Suppose if two or three of your interfaces will go down, still your system IP is there. With that system IP, my fabric will understood me, or he can recognize me that, oh, this system IP belong to this particular box. Okay. Same analogy we have in the F5 as well, F5 load balancers as well. You are putting system IP. Why you are putting system IP? Because these system IPs are unique for that particular box. It is non-routable IP, but they are something that the fabric will know with this particular IP to that particular system. Okay. The second important thing you can see here is the site ID. Now, site ID is also very interesting. And with this site ID, suppose I have different edge devices, edge branch edge devices, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Suppose I have 4 different boxes or routers. Okay. Now, if you have same system IP, suppose for these 2 boxes, I have system IP 10. And these 2 boxes, I have system IP 20. Sorry, not system IP, the site ID. So for these 2 boxes, I have site ID 10. These 2 boxes, I have site ID 20. Okay. So if these routers, they are part of same site ID, they will not form IPsec tunnel by default. Okay. If they are part of same site ID, they will not form IPsec tunnel by default. So that means the routers belonging to site 10, they can go and form the IPsec tunnel with the routers belonging to site 20. Now, if you go further and put all the devices under same site ID, for example, 10, I'll remove 20, I'll put this also under 10. That means they will never form IPsec tunnel with themselves, because logically they are belonging to same site. Okay, so that was the significance of system IP and then site ID. The fourth very important component we have in the bootstrap configuration is the organization name. This is part of certificate. So if your organization name belongs to certificate or vice versa, means all the certificates, they should have same organization name, right? And then finally, the IP of the orchestrator. So these four important component we have inside that configuration item. So what we have done in previous section, that we try to bring up our controllers. We put the bootstrap configuration. We gone through this certification process. What you need to do: generate the root key, generate the root PEM file, then generate the CSR. From that CSR, you have to create the certificate, that is nothing but CRT. Once you have that CRT, you can go and manually install that CRT to the uh, c- uh, to the controllers. You install to the controllers and sync that information with Vbond. Once you do that, you'll find that all your controllers, means repeat the same step to all these three controllers. If you go and do that, you'll find that your controller will come up, and once they will come online, you can see here in the dashboard, they look like this. So you can see that your VSmart is up, you can see your Vbond is up, you can see that anyways Vmanage should be up only. But at the moment you'll go add new VSmarts, new Vbond, you'll see that the counter will increase. From 1 it will become 2, from 2 it will become 3, 3 it will become 4, 5, etc. So these counters will get increased. Now at the moment, suppose I have 4 VSmart. Suppose 3 VSmart is up and 1 VSmart is down. So you'll find that it will show you down arrow. So 3 up, 3 green arrow, and 1 down arrow. Okay, so this is something that which is telling the status. So here you are seeing the status. It is telling you the status about these controllers. Okay, likewise I'll go and I'll show you the other information as well, that what are the information you have in these sections, in these sections, in these section. All these sections are important. Actually this is aggregated dashboard, and if you go and check, you'll find how many action, how many items you have in summary or in general. So you'll find that on top you have the information about the controllers, information about the controllers. Then you can see that the site health. Let me try to drag here. So then you can see that you have the site health, you have transport, inventory, control plane information, transport information, application, etc. I'm going to cover all these things, so don't worry, I'll come to that. So far what we have done, that we have bring up our control plane. Next task we have is to go and bring up the data plane device. Okay, so here also you have to do all those things, but you have seen this earlier, that while we are bringing up our control plane, at that time we don't have we are bringing our control plane with respect to controllers, right? So at that time you have option that you can go and add the controllers, right? But you don't have option to go and add the edge devices. I told you this thing, this logic earlier, that since the number of edge devices, the number of edge devices may be thousands. Okay, maybe too big. So you can't go and add all the edge devices one by one manually. Rather than you have other options to do it, that we are going to explore. Okay, I'll show you that step by step. Now, since we are building our lab, and you can see that image that we have here. Oops, image that we have here, 16.2, right? 2016. That's why 16 is coming here. Maybe 16th of February, etc. All right. So we are building our lab here. with this is some sort of home lab. While you build your lab, um, it's very important thing that you should understand. Suppose if my controller version is 16, I can't go and add edge device whose version is 18. So whenever you are adding the edge devices to your controller, your edge devices should be matching to that controller version, or it may be less, but it should not be greater than what you have to your controller. That means if your controllers are 18, your edge devices can't be 20. It should be less than 18, etc. Okay, edge devices should always be lesser version than less than or equal to your controller version. Okay, now in this lab, the image that I have shared with you, you'll find that the edge devices whose versions are 17 dot something. So if I go and try to add edge devices here, it will not add. Why? Because the version mismatch. So what you need to do, first of all, go and upgrade your controllers. So I'll go and I'll show that how you can go and upgrade the controllers. And then we will go and add these edge devices. Okay. So let's see that from where we can go and upgrade. You can see the maintenance tab here, software upgrade. Here you can see that you have options. You have options here related to Vmanage. And whenever you are upgrading, first upgrade Vmanage, then upgrade the rest of the controllers, and then go to VH. You follow this order. In this direction, you should move. Upgrade Vmanage first, and then go in that direction. All right. So we want to upgrade Vmanage. I can go and click Vmanage, and you should have image, right? Means whatever version you are upgrading, you should have that image inside the repository. So you can go to repository, you can see repository is empty, there's nothing there. Click add new software, Vmanage, you can see that Vmanage option is there. And once you're here, we know that we have our image somewhere. So let's see, where is our image? SD-WAN, working SD-WAN image maybe here, or I have shared some other SD-WAN, CCNP SD-WAN image here. Also, you'll find that same folders are there. So here you can see that 17.2.0, and inside this you can see that Vmanage 17.2.0. Just click there. First upload this. So obviously you need that image. First of all, it will put that image here in the repository. Then you can go and upgrade and activate. So I'm going to show you all those steps that how you can do that. While it's in progress, um, let's wait for 1 minute. Let him complete. So I'll show you that how you can upgrade the Vmanage first. Once we complete the task with Vmanage, then we'll go and do that same with the other controllers. So it's uploading. Let him finish this. It's going on. What I will cover then, that while it is uploading, so what we are doing, meanwhile, I'll show you that summary, that we are done the deployment related to controllers. Now we are doing the upgrade for that. Then we can go, you can add any amount of devices. There is no problem. You know, you can make your lab as big as possible. Okay, and erase. Okay, so what we have done, that controllers, all these things we have done, the bootstrap configuration, change of VPN 0 and VPN 512, that's management interface, deployment of VSmart, add Vbond IP, organization name, dashboard. These are steps we have done. We have given the organization name, we have given the Vbond IP, then we have added the controllers. So what you have done, you have added the controllers, VSmart and Vbond. Once you have added the controller, then what you have done, you have generated the CSR, right? You have generated the CSR. From that CSR, you have uh, created the CRT. From that CRT, you have generated the permanent file. That permanent file you have installed to the controller. So on top you can see install this. Once you have done this, same thing you have repeated with a Vbond and VSmart, and here you can see that we are at this state that our VSmart and Vbond, they are up and running. Once you do that, then you can go and do the deployment for the edge devices. I'll come to that. Meanwhile, let's go back to the dashboard. You can see this upload is done. So we can go to software upgrade, Vmanage, and here you can see upgrade, activate, set as default. What I'm doing, I'm checking. So see, it's not there, but I'll show you that how to set as default. Simply go here, click upgrade 720, upgrade, and now we are upgrading our Vmanage. Okay, once we upgrade this Vmanage, you'll see that drastic change in the Vmanage look and feel. You'll find that um, it will look very much like 18.0 or 20.0 dashboard. You'll see the options will get increased. You'll find multiple options here because in the 17.2 there are other things that I think Viptela has added, or maybe Cisco. That was a transition 17 and 18 where Cisco has acquired this company Viptela. I think till 16.x it was managed by company Viptela, and after that Cisco has taken it. You can see here this logo will get changed on top. Here you have this Viptela Vmanage, then you'll find Cisco Vmanage. But I think in 18 or maybe 19 that is there, but no problem. So showing that it is successfully upgraded, we will go back to the maintenance software upgrade Vmanage. And before activating, I just wanted to see here, oh, see 17.2 is there. And again, I can go to upgrade and Vmanage. You'll see that current version is this available version, and this is the default. That means if I go and click activate, it will become this 17.2. Choose this. What it will do, activating new version of software and Vmanage requires a reboot, which will log out all the, so it will get rebooted. Behind the scene it is rebooting. Maybe it will take 5 to 7 minutes to come back online, this new Vmanage dashboard. Meanwhile, we can go back and discuss our theoretical portion. But till this point, if you have any question, you can ask.
Uh, Ratnesh, like in a production scenario, right? What are the safety precautions to be taken before we do this upgrade? Like we can go and directly do the upgrade, or we need to take
Yes.
some precautions.
Yeah. So obviously we have some maintenance window, but you know this thing is this that while upgrading these controllers, there is no problem. Nothing will happen with the data plane. So, and that's the nice thing we have with the SDN type of network. When you are upgrading the management plane or control plane, so there is no problem in the data plane. And there is some time limitation, time duration that we will discuss in upcoming section when we'll discuss about high availability and redundancy. So obviously you
Okay.
have some, yeah,
And the system IP part, right? So if you don't configure system IP, what will be the actual impact? Like maybe what will be the roadblock of the system IP?
they will never form the DTLS connection. If you go and check the
Oh,
control connection, you'll find that it will forming the control connection with DTLS. You'll find this, the system IP is part of TLOC as well. We'll see that in upcoming section.
okay,
It's
okay,
not
got
that
it.
simply it's one IP and it's a logical IP glued with all the physical IPs, but there is other reasons as well. We'll see that.
And there is the some limitations for the VH, means in one vManage
Yes,
maximum we can
yes,
install the 2000 devices.
yes. Limitation is there. We'll check this in high availability and redundancy section. Limitation
Okay.
is there, how many maximum active connections you have, why you need all those active connections, how many OMP sessions you have, how many TLOC sessions you have, one vManage can handle how many edge devices. Yes, all these limitations are there.
Okay, fine.
And last time some issue was coming, right, when you're forming the controllers. How did you resolve that? Some issue was there, right, last time? Minor
Yeah,
issue.
so if that issue will come, just reinstall the certificate and leave this for 5 to 10 minutes. All steps, same step, nothing will change. Just follow these steps.
And this version 17 also you have shared, right, those emails?
Yeah. Yes, it is there. So let's see if it is coming up, and if it will come up, you'll find that the display will get changed. So still services are trying to come back online. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our slide, and now we want to deploy the VH devices. Okay. Um, what are steps you need? Exactly the same steps you need. Means you need to install the root certificate, you need to install the, you need to generate the CSR, you need to generate the CRT, you need to install the CRT certificate inside the box. All those steps are there, but you can't do everything from VH. You have to do this from the controller. So I will show you these things. um, in a lab itself you will understand. You can see, first of all, you can go and give all these bootstrap configurations. Okay, like we have done for the all the controllers. Once you do that bootstrap configuration, then we have some certification, all these line item. I will show you that how it look like, how we are doing this. Once you install the certificate, then there is one step that we need to follow. Some sort of authentication process should be followed. If you follow that criteria, then you'll find that your edge devices will show you number, and then you will find your TLOC connections, your OMP connections, etc. All those control connections will also come. Okay, all these control connections and all. Okay, so let's understand this all via doing hands-on, and then I'll come back and I'll refer that. Let's see what's the status. Okay, admin. You can see the change. Now this is new dashboard. It was not the same earlier, and now you can see vAnalytic here. You can see some more tabs here. Cloud Express Cloud on RAM, operational commands. Inside administration also you'll find some new things have been there added. Okay, why? Because this is, now we are inside 17.20. All type of control policies you can practice in this version 17.0. Okay, so what we have done, that we have upgraded the Vmanage, but we haven't upgraded the Vbond and Vsmart, right? Still they are showing 16.2. We should upgrade these two as well. So we can go click and upgrade, but still you don't have the image, right? We don't have the image. Even if you click upgrade, it is showing some Vmanage, etc., etc. You should have image here, correct? So on top, you can see that you have device list and repository. Let's go to the repository, add software, Vmanage, and here you can see. Choose a file, vsmart/vhcloud. Click there. In the same folder, you'll find one more image, 17.20. Let's upload that. That is for vsmart and vhcloud. Actually, that's Vbond, because we know that Vbond and vhcloud both are same. So now you have that image inside your repository. Now what you can do, you can go back to software upgrade, controllers, and you can select both, no problem. What you want to do, you want to upgrade. Still it is showing Vmanage, but if you click upgrade, it should show you the upgrade for Vbond and vsmart. Now this upgrade will happen one by one. So you will see either vsmart or Vbond will start first. The Vbond is starting first. You can see the progress as well. It will progress slowly. At the moment it is showing validation successful. It is in progress. Should show you some progress bar as well. But it is in progress. It's going on. See, downloading. From where it is downloading? From this system IP, 1111 system IP. This is system IP for Vmanage. Inside Vmanage itself is working as a web server or repository server, because it can be accessed with this URL internally, right? Inside the software package, we have this particular image. So it will download first and then it will upgrade. Once this will done, then it will go and then it will start downloading the VS Smart and then it will do the upgrade. You can see that configuring upgrade confirm timer to 15 minutes. So you need to wait for some time while the upgrade is happening. What I will do again, I can go back to the slide deck and we can continue working on installing or deploying the edge devices. Okay. So I will,
I have one
yeah,
doubt here.
yes, please.
Let me go back to that URL. See, here it is saying the last stage downloading HTTP 1.1.1. You already uploaded, right? So, but why it is showing some link and path?
This is Vmanage link, and now Vbond, it is downloading from Vmanage. This is
Okay.
Vmanage dashboard, right?
Okay,
So
that's right.
yeah, now you can see progress downloading 15 out of 174. So it will take some time. See, 8% is done. 15 MB, sorry, out of 174 MB. Let's give him some time. Meanwhile, we'll go and do the deployment for edge devices. Okay. So we have our VMware. Go back to VMware. Oops. What is happening? I didn't. Okay, you can go here. You can go. Vmanage was there, right? It happened. You can see Vmanage. We have done the reboot. So it is showing that, but it's okay. We can go to home, open virtual machine, and edge. This is V. You can give the number. It's up to you. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give him number as 1. Import. And then I can go to network adapters. and same process I am doing. This is 1, this is 2. If you want to remove unwanted, means if you don't want to use, you can simply remove as well. Okay, power on. Meanwhile, it is booting up. I have my bootstrap configuration for edge device as well. Let's see how it is. Edge device is here. I can go back to my controllers. VSmart is there. Okay, so this is VSmart. This is also VSmart. Where is Vbond? Okay, let's see the Vbond IP. Show run. Oops. Show run system. Show run system. Vbond. So this is 33. So if I can go to Vbond, 10.10.133, click here. Vbond is there. Okay. This particular Vbond IP is, so you know that Vbond IP, right? Show run system Vbond. This is the IP for the Vbond, and check the bootstrap configuration. This is correct. So this bootstrap configuration will find that the site ID is 1. All the controllers site ID was 1000. So this is different first of all. Likewise, if you go and deploy other VH like VH1, 2, 3, try to make them different site IDs. So this is the bootstrap configuration. Obviously, I want this. I'll copy, and then rather pasting here, we can paste in from the putty as well. So let me log in first. Let's see, show interface description. What's the IP? I can see here the IP, show interface description. So our management IP is 10.10.10. Let's see. Should have 10.10.10. That's right. And our VPN IP is 172 something. So I want to access this particular device with the management IP. So 10.10.134. I can go here, and here we can add one more session. And the IP is 10.10.100.34. This is SSH connection, and the display name is VH1. Okay. Okay. Admin. Even you can go here and you can give the username password as well. So next time it will not ask you. Admin and admin. Save this. So if I go and close this session, double click, it will auto log in. First of all, I'll go and change the host name. This is VH1, and then I want to give this bootstrap system-wide configuration. Commit and quit. You can see name has been changed. Great. Let's go back to the controllers. We can see that 60 MB, 34% done. So this is little bit slow, but no problem. Meanwhile, I will complete the task related to edge devices. So let's go back here. Now, how we can do the deployment. I'll go and open the OneNote here. Let's just scroll down. Let's reach to VH. Vsmart we have done. Reach to VH. Yeah, VH. So what it is telling that go and add this, and let me see here that do I have the configuration for Vedge in Notepad, because copy paste from Notepad is easy. I think I have where the Vedge is starting. So from here your Vedge is starting. Vh. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to install the root search chain. Okay. What's the IP? Our Vmanage IP is 172.10.131, and this is our VPN 0 IP. So you need to go copy this. You can go to S device, paste here. It's copying. Let's see. It's taking too much time. Okay. Can wait. I should go and check that this particular controller has reachability or not. This IP should be reachable. But okay, let me go and open one new session. Let's do ping. Yes, it's reachable. So then this should not take this much time. Maybe because we are doing some operation here. It is a little bit busy. It's taking some time. It's taking some more time. So while it is taking some more time, oops, it's failed. Connection timeout. But I can see that it is reachable. I'll show you both the options, so don't worry. Yeah, it's reachable. Uh, for safe side, what you can do, let me show you. You can use your management IP to do this task. VPN 512. Yeah. So same operation you can do with 512 is your management VPN. Let's change the IP. Strange. So it is telling that network is unreachable. That's interesting. Oh, sorry, I have given some wrong IP. Sorry for that. It's not 110, it's 10.10. Yeah, now it is telling that yeah, it is reachable. So give the password admin. Cannot upload root certificate on a software VH. Please Viptela approve semantic sign certificate. Failed to install. Blah blah blah. That's the problem with the free lab versus the licensed lab. Okay. So you can see here this the Clearly it is telling you the problem, that what problem we have. Uh, okay, so when you are doing your lab, just make sure first bring up your devices, okay, and then upgrade your image. Otherwise, this thing will happen. So we have this problem. Please use WebDel approved semantic science certificate. I'm pausing the recording for a moment.
So
Okay.
first you build everything, right?
Yeah, so you can see here that we are getting this particular error because we have upgraded the controller first. So it is not working. So our lab will not come up. Although your controllers are there, but you will not able to add the edge devices. If you want to, in this case also, if you want to add the edge devices, I think you can still add with some other manipulation, license and all, but it's okay because we want to build our lab and we want to do everything in our lab. So let's stick with older version, that is 16.2. Once everything is up and running in 16.2, then we'll go and upgrade. Okay, that's the strategy. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to destroy this lab and then I will build it from zero, all the controllers and the edge devices. Okay, so it's a boring task, but once you have your lab, you can play around with that. Power off. Before destroying it, do the power off, and then I just wanted to remove this everything. Delete from the disk. You can also do that. Delete from the disk. Delete from the disk. Delete from the disk. Now nothing is there. Okay, we reached to day 0. Now we want to bring up the controllers and all, but this time we'll do fastly. Okay, because we have everything in our notepad, I will copy and paste, assuming that you know all these things. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Again, go here, and first of all, I want to bring up the Vmanage import. Let's see if we can bring up this lab in 30 minutes from now. Add the hard disk. Add. Next. Next, I'll give 50. Once you have hard disk, go and add the adapter. First of all, this is this, and then add one more. The network adapter, finish, and give him 2. Vmanage is very much ready to go. While it is booting up, I can go and add the either vSmart or Vbond. So this is vSmart. Access is denied. Wow.
I think previous you have one, right? You have to put one or two, one again. Last time it was.
No problem. A smart, maybe 1. Okay. So this is going on. System ready. Since we know all these things, so I'm doing a little bit fastly. Let's see what particular IP Vmanage will get. And then VSmart. VSmart is there. For VSmart, what we are doing? Simply go to the network adapter, and inside network adapter, I'll go and add one more network adapter, and give him this. So you have 1 and 2. That's it. 1 and 2. Power on. While this is powering on, I can come back here to the Vmanage. Show interface description, showing that you have this IP that we are looking for. I can go back here. I can go to Vmanage properties. The IP is 172. Okay. Let me close all the old sessions. Vmanage. So my Vmanage is coming here. We can check show run interface or show run something VPN 0 like that. You can check. Show interface description. You want to change the VPN 0 interface. So you don't want no interface ETH1, because this you want to assign to VPN 512. IPDHCP client, no shutdown, commit and quit. And apart from that, we have something called bootstrap configuration for Vmanage, but I don't know that this IP is actually the IP of Vbond. So before deploying Vbond, I will not run this command. We will wait for a few more seconds till the Vbond will get deployed. Let's see, admin, what IP it has, show interface description. Okay, it has IP36. VSmart having IP36. So I'll go to VSmart, and this IP is 360172. All right, so VSmart will also come here. Before doing any change to VSmart, I'll go and quickly deploy one more VM that is related to Vbond. Vbond. Is coming, and here you don't need to do much manipulation because already 4 interfaces are there. Just go and change the VNIC. Okay, and adapter 2 having VNIC 2. All right, power on. Okay, while this is powering on, I can go to the VSmart, and inside this particular VSmart, we can check the interfaces. So inside VPN 0, I don't want interface ETH1 because this is going to part of VPN 512. IPDHCP client, no shutdown, commit and quit. You'll see that it will get the IP in this range 10, 10, 10, 36. So we are very much good with 2 controllers at the moment. And once the Vbond will come, we'll see that what IP it has. Show interface description. It has IP33 spot on, so no problem. This is correct IP. This is correct IP. So this particular configuration can easily go inside Vmanage. Commit and quit. And then I can go to VSmart Inside VSmart also I have bootstrap configuration. So this configuration for VSmart, this is also okay. I can go to VSmart conf t. This is the bootstrap configuration we are putting. Commit and quit. Likewise, we can go and log into Vbond. Oops. Wow, Vbond IP is correct. Great. So this particular Vbond, first of all, we can go and give the system host name Vbond, and then I can commit. Then we have the bootstrap configuration because VPN configuration is correct. So this is the bootstrap configuration. We can go, oops, we can go here, copy and commit and quit. So we are very much good here. We should ping to the other controllers. Oops. We should ping to the other controllers. So let's ping 31 and other is 36. Okay. So we have done the deployment. We have done the bootstrap configuration. The IP reachability is there. Next is what? Certification. That means once you do the certification, they should show you inside the dashboard, right? Now, before doing that, if we go back to the Vmanage, the Vmanage IP is the same. You can see the old version now. This is older version. Okay, so 16.2.11. One thing you have to do is that inside administration and setting, you have to give the org name that is there because it cached it. And then you can go and give the Vbond IP 33. This is okay. Now we can go and check the other process. So we are good up to here. We are good up to here. We'll go and generate the key inside the Vmanage. Rest 5-6 minutes. I'm going to do just copy paste. So I can go here, generate the key. Then once you have this key generated, you can create the PIM permanent. Oh, sorry, certificate.pim. You can go here. It's minus L. You can see that key and PIM. Great. Once you have that, then you can install it from the CLI. So we can exit from here. Successfully installed, right? Then you can, now it is telling that you can go generate the CSR for Vmanage, okay? And that CSR you can copy, and from that CSR you have to generate the CRT. So you can go here to the configuration, certificate, controllers, here. If it is there, no problem. Otherwise you have to generate the CSR, copy the CSR, go to the CLI. So let me go here to Vmanage, clear the screen, and then here you can do vmanage.csr, type I to insert, escape, colon, write and quit, W and Q. From this CSR, you have to generate the CRT. So here you have the CRT. Oops. Here you have the CRT, copy this. So you have Network lab, that's right. Viptela, that's right. Then you have, right? Then again, you can go and check the vmanage.crt file because you have to install this manually. So now you can go here, close this. You can see on top, install certificate, paste here, install it. Now this is in progress. Once you will see green here, you can go to the certificates, send to the country. At the moment, you don't have Vbond, so no worry about that. We are very much good about this particular component, that is Vmanage. Okay, install certificate done, Vmanage cert done. We are done. Now it is telling that to request the certificate install. This is actually not required. So if you go and do this step from here, is already there actually. Okay, because we have already done from the GUI. The same certificate is already installed, so this is not required. This is step not required. All right, very good. Then Vbond. So next we'll go and do the same thing with Vbond. If I go and do this VPN 512, let's see. So we will go to Vbond this time. We have our Vbond here. Copying. Let's see. Generally, this will not take this much time. If it is taking this much time, that means it's not working. Okay. And I'll show you that why it is. If you go and check show interface, show run VPN 0, while you're doing the configuration inside Vbond, because you know Vbond is nothing but VS device. So by default, this tunnel configuration will be there. Just remove this tunnel configuration. Gig is 00, no tunnel interface. Okay, and then it should work. These are the small checks we have. Okay, so you have done this step now. You have given the password. Good. Now you have to add a Vbond inside Vmanage. Okay, so let's do it. We can go to the GUI. We know that we have the configuration, devices, controllers, add the controllers Vbond. IP address for Vbond is 172.10.100.32. Admin and admin. Generate the CSR and add this. During that process, let him do. You can view the CSR. You can copy the CSR because from that CSR, you have to generate the CRT. So I can go here. Still it is loading. Give him some time. Give him some time. Okay, still it is loading. Maybe some issue with Vmanage, some processing issue. You can give some time. You can wait. So you can see that while adding the Vbond, it has some issue. It is not adding. Let's try to add it with the VPN 0 IP. Otherwise, I'll go and give management IP address. Okay, management IP is starting with 10, 10, 100 or 32. And while we are here, let's quickly go and check show interface description. Oh my god, Vbond IP is 33, right? That's why it is not taking. Okay, okay. This IP is wrong. So you can go here to devices and you can go to controllers, add the controllers Vbond. This IP is 172, this, and then admin, admin. Now I think it will add it instantaneously. So you'll see that it should work now. 172.10.100.33 is the correct IP. Now it should add. Come on, add it. Yep. 10.100.33. Yes.
So here you are assigning the public IP for the vBond, right? So it will be the accessible through the anywhere.
Yeah, means we can discuss on this public
Okay,
and private IP later on. Yeah.
okay,
At the moment, a reachable IP for all the controllers.
correct. This is the public IP, so we can reach from anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Hmm. I'll try from other browser. Maybe that is some issue. That browser having some issue. 1.10.100.31. Let's give admin, admin, and devices, controllers, add controller, vbond, 172.10.100.33, admin and admin. But I can see in the back is added. Okay. And if you go here, it's still in progress. Wow. Okay, no problem. Some browser issues there. So you can see it's showing it is added. And if you go to the controllers, Vbond, what I need, I just wanted to see the CSR added, but it is not generated. Okay, so some issue is happening with this particular browser. I'll do one thing. I will delete it from here and will continue the operation from Chrome. If it is not generated, I can generate, right? Okay. Okay, you can see some issue with the browser. So now our Vbond is there. I'll copy this Vbond CSR. Let's go here to that Vbond. What we want here, we can go to shell, create vbond.csr and paste here. I just don't want to do this. Q. I just wanted to come out from this. Come on. Skip Q. Q. Got hanged. Don't worry. Go and open new session. Okay. So we just wanted to check that do we have vbond.csr? It's not there. So we can go and create vbond.csr, I for insert, and then you can go and copy and paste. So we have our file here. I can go copy. You can go and paste here, escape, right, and quit. Okay, from this, what we want to generate? From this, we want to generate the CRT, right? So here you have the CRT, OpenSSL CRT. Just go and copy and paste and put there. Copy, paste, go and put here, enter. So much trouble. So what it is telling that you don't have the root PEM and root key, etc. That we have tried this thing in our previous class, and due to some issue, it is not showing you the root CA key and PEM file. But don't worry, you can always go and do it manually. And this lab, you have to do all these things. There's no other option. So what I'm doing, I'm just copying the key here, and then I need to copy the PEM as well. So I will go and copy the cat PEM as well. And you can go and do the copy. I for insert, I should have I there. Okay. Okay. And then escape. Great. So now we have this, and then you can go and copy. And now this lab seems lengthy, but rest of the things you'll find that is very interesting here in this training. So once you build the lab, then you can play around. You'll not find much problem here. You have the key, and no one is going to show you that how you can build your lab. They will give you some login, maybe some EVNG pre-built lab or something. Then you can play around with that. Okay, so what we want to do next, that CRT you want to install as a certificate, right? Configuration certificate controllers, and then push to everywhere. Okay, we can do that. So we can close this. We can go to the CLI. We can cat the vbond.crt. This is your certificate. Copy your certificate. Your Vbond is selected here. You can go to the, you can see on top you have install certificate. Just go there, install it. Okay. No record found. CSR webtailor.com. This is some new error. I just wanted to refresh the page and go to certificates, controllers. CSR has been generated. Install this certificate. Come on. See, just hold on. Give him some time to sync. Always you can see in the bottom. So add the certificate, generate the CSR is there, but upload certificate is not happening. And while we are doing this, now we are getting some new error. Very strange type of error we are getting, that it is telling no record found for this particular. You may get this error, so don't worry about that. What you can do here, I'll show you the steps again. What you can do that you can check your Vbond. Generally, what I am doing, I'll show you this. So then I am generating. Uh, you can come here, okay? Go here, and you have generate CSR. You generate new CSR. You can see the key as well. That key will get changed. Once you generated the CSR, you come back here to this place. You write Vbond 1.csr this time. This is a new key we are generating. Now, when you run that command related to Vbond, what is the CSR? Vbond 1, right? So generate the Vbond 1 CRT. Simply copy this and do this. And then you cat Vbond 1.crt. And this is your new certificate. You copy this and then you can go here, close this. Now again on top you have the install certificate, paste it, install it. Now it is in progress. Now while it is in progress, once you see the green signal here, then only go to the certificates, controllers and send to Vbond. You do this step. Okay, so we are done with our Vbond. Then finally we have a VS Smart. So same thing we are going to do with the VS Smart. Okay, so let's do it. I can go to VS Smart. Whatever we are doing at the moment, itself, this is one course. Okay, you can go here and oh my God, admin. Let's see. Showing successful, but it will not work. We have to manually copy paste that root key and root pem. So we have done this. Now what it is telling that you can go and add the VS Smart. Okay, generate the CSR, and from CSR generate the CRT, right? So it is telling you that you can go to devices, you can go to controllers, add the VS Smart, give the correct IP. I know that correct IP is 3600.36, and then admin, add it, added instantly. And go to certificates, controllers, your VS Smart, copy your CSR. Once I have this copy, I can go back to VS Smart. I can go to shell vsmart.csr. I skip, and from this we have to generate the key. Should be VS Smart, should be VS Smart. Okay, now again I know that this is going to generate error. Again it will tell you that root CA and root PEM is not there. So no worries, we will go and oops, no worries, we'll go and add it manually. Let me copy paste one more time. Select, copy. I think I'm not selecting properly. What is happening? I don't know. Okay. Select till here, copy. Yes, now it is okay. Go here, VS Smart, enter, same error. So root PEM and other things are not there because some issue is there. If you see my old lab, I was not getting such error. Anyways, you always know that what's the issue. Um, Q, come on. Okay, I need to close this. That was the Vbond. Here I want to create. Okay, so what file you want to create? You want to create this particular file. So you can do VA and insert and the key. So what's the key you have? You have this key. Here, skip, and then you want to create him, and then you can go here and you have this pim. You can go here, insert, and now if you copy this vsmart file, it's quite a strange. See, I'm copying paste, copy paste sometimes not working. Okay, so we CRT and everything is okay. We're almost there. It's done. Now you can copy that vsmart.crt because this is our digital certificate. You can go back, close. Here you have install certificate. Paste this, install it. While it's working, it will show you 100%. Then you can send this to everywhere. So once you see the green signal here, go to certificate, go here, send to Vbond. Okay, you're sending this to Vbond, no problem. Then if you want to bring up all these controllers, remember to bring up all these controllers, you make sure that your VPN 0 interfaces are tunnel interface. Make sure that your VPN 0 VPN 0 interfaces are tunnel interface, and likewise it should be there inside the Vbond as well. VPN 0 interface, Kiki00, tunnel interface, encapsulation, IPsec. Because this is type of VS device, so we are giving this much of a strong command, this much of big command. All right, so if you do this many hard work, then only if you go to the dashboard, you can see Smart V1. Remember, it was not there in the day one when we are performing the lab. Some error was there. Now you can see your control connection is up. Fully managed WAN connectivity. Vmanage is up. All these counters are okay, right? Any problem? No, right?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So now we want to add the edge device. Let's try to do that. So parallelly, you can go here to home and open. You just go and add it, remember, and then you can go and upgrade. Now we have two options. Shall we go and add 17 version or 16 version? Because 16 version is this. Here, I just wanted to check the blog, what it is telling. So far, our control plane is up, and here also it is up, no problem. Now for VS device, what is the suggestion from this document? I just wanted to see. So the virtual VH must be version 17x or greater to use certificate that are not used by. So it is clearly telling here It is telling us to add VS devices 17.x or greater. Okay. So I'm going to follow this document. So I will also go and add this. You can go here, open, let's see. In our working directory, we have, oh, see, 17 to 10. What is there in this? Nothing is there. So I have given this image as well. You can see it should be there, 17 to 10. I'll make this 0, 1. But anyhow, up to this point, right? Controllers are up. So in a lab, I have shown you that how the controllers are up. So maybe if not today, next session, I will show you up to here and then I'll add VH. That will be okay. Okay. I'll try
Yes,
to do it
okay,
in
sir.
10 minutes, but if it is not, then I will show you in the next lab how you can add edge. But controllers, I have shown you that how you can make this up. Okay. So coming back here, let's try to add this edge device. 1, 2, and this I want to remove. 4 I want to remove. I just want one interface, so that's why. You can see that memory, you can see the processor, hard disk 10 GB. Same thing that Sanjay was telling. So it's coming up 17 to 10. Once it will come up, I will see that what particular version it is, means what IP it has, and then we will log in from the putty. Meanwhile, let's scroll down. So edge will start from here. For edge, you can go and use this particular command. I will come back and use these commands. Let's go back. It's telling to log in. Maybe it's still booting. Admin. Okay, show interface description. Okay, so it's 100% right. 172.10.100.37. Management IP is 37. So I will try to log in via the management IP. One of the edge device, oops, not this one. One of the edge device that we have here, whose IP is 37, and try to log in. Okay. First of all, I'll go and give the system host name VH1, and then we have the bootstrap configuration. So I can go on top where we have the bootstrap configuration for VH. Everything is correct in this bootstrap configuration. My mouse having some issues, seems is not allowing me to copy. So I'll control C. Okay, and commit and quit. Okay, so we have the bootstrap configuration. One of the edge device is there in the VM. At the moment, you will not see anything like control connection or anything. In the controllers, obviously, you can see show control connections. You can see the VSmart, you can see the Vbond, you can see Vbond twice. It's okay. But here you will not see unless we'll do the certification process. So I can scroll down. We reach to the VH and we can do the request. We'll beg to Vmanage, please give your certificate to me. It's begging. 172.10.100.31 should be a reachable IP. I know that why it is not working at this moment. And you can also do this, remember, because we are trying to make this lab to work. Go to VPN 0, interface gigi 00, do no tunnel interface. Commit and quit. Here you can see that tunnel interface encapsulation IPsec. I have removed that. Now if you go and do this certification, now it should reach to Vmanage with this particular IP 172.10.131. Still it is not reaching, no problem. You make this 512 your management IP. You know the management IP of Vmanage 10.10.100. So it's reading via the management IP. It's telling that 2.4 MB of file has been transferred. Okay, that is good number. That means it should work. So here up to this point you have done important. The virtual should be this or greatest. That are not. That's blah blah. Then see everything we are doing from the edge device itself, right? So then we are going to use this command for CSR, and we know that our management IP is 10.10.100.31. So let's do this CSR thing. It is asking the organization name. It's a very, very important step. You should give the correct organization name, otherwise the certification will never work. Organization name is Network Lab. Give this, okay, permanently added, and then give the password admin. CSR uploaded successfully. You can see the number 3.1 MB. We are doing good here. So see Network Lab, just follow the step properly. So from that CSR, and CSR name is see VH-01 CSR. Now from this CSR, VH01 CSR, we are going to generate the CRT. Remember, in edge devices, we are not adding the devices manually. Everything we are doing from the CLI. And interesting thing here is that on Vmanage have the CSR. Now just follow the document properly. Now if you go to Vmanage, you go to shell and see ls minus a. See the CSR is there in Vmanage. Why? Because we pushed from edge device to Vmanage. So now you have to go to Vmanage to run this command. You should be on Vmanage, not from the edge device. So you are there in Vmanage. Just do that. CSR has been generated, right? From CSR actually the CRT has been generated. The CRT name is this. You can see as well ls minus LH or ls minus LA. Your CSR CRT is here. You can see the bytes as well. Now we are 80% done. Now back to edge device, sign the certificate. Now you can go back to the edge device. Should be 10, 10, 10, 10. This step means you are installing the certificate to the edge device. So we are back to the edge device and give admin successful. Great. You can see the MBs. And once you are here, you can check show certificate installed. This is the certificate that has installed here. I can go and check show control connections. Maybe it will not show you because obvious reason. Local properties. Okay, certificate is valid. Protocol is GTLS. Serial number chassis ID. I'll come to that serial number chassis ID. But this is good actually. And we'll go back here. Then this blog is telling you to do some checks. If you want to see just the serial number, chassis ID, you can go and check the serial number and chassis ID with this command, show certificate serial something. So you can see that it is telling you what's the chassis number, what's the serial number. Now remember the basics, Viptela basic. What it was telling, let's suppose you are authenticating with, suppose your edge device want to part of fabric. First of all, it will go and try to authenticate with Vbond. What Vbond will check? Vbond will go and check your serial number and chassis ID. Correct. So Vbond will check the serial number, chassis ID, then Vmanage will check the same, then VSmart will check the same. But this serial number and chassis ID, do your Vbond, VSmart, everyone has? Answer is no. So if they don't have, this will never be part of fabric. Remember this thing. This is the basic thing when we have a study about the Viptela fabric. Let me go back. I think I have that slide. When you are bringing up, not this one. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go here. Let me go to edge. Not this one. Edge device. Bring up. Yeah. Somewhere here. This is control connection. This is edge. Past and all. This thing. So the Vbond is taking the serial number, chassis ID, and the edge device, they are checking the organization name. Remember, in edge, while deploying the certificate for edge device, we have given the organization name, that is network lab, because we are doing some certification process with Vmanage. Still, this will not work at this moment. They are part of same organization. They are part of same organization, but still the Vbond don't know this information. He don't know this information. He don't know. Everyone should know the serial number, chassis ID. Otherwise, your device will not join the fabric. Okay. And we can do this. There are multiple ways that we can go and do this. I will tell you more about this in next class, that what are the options you have, that your Vmanage will know about your chassis ID, serial number information. At the moment in this dashboard, you can see upload the VH list, some sort of file you can upload. In that file, you should have serial number, chassis ID, etc. I think I have one. Let me go back to, yeah. So here you can see VH serial numbers. You can see VH serial number. I can go and upload laptop and etc. I have given so many files just for sake of example, just to show. Uh, while uploading, you should check this. It's working. You can see VH Cloud, VH Cloud, VH Cloud. So you have this number, right? You are uploading. I have generated, I have added, created my own file. But you can see that chassis number and serial number I have uploaded to Vmanage, right? And Vmanage, Vbond and VSmart, they have some sort of DTLS connection going on. Okay. So if I go here to Vmanage, and if I type here show valid, show control valid something VH, see this number, my V, because I have uploaded manually, it is showing here, right? If you go here, oh my god, it's gone, seems. Where is VSmart? Okay, I'll restart. It will not work because I have created the tunnel. So I have to change the IP. Let me quickly change the IP for VSmart. I should give the management IP. Management IP is starting with 10. See, so many things we are learning about SD-WAN. Do not think that we are simply deploying the lab. I am covering the theory as well, behind the scene, what is happening. Okay, we are inside VSmart, and if you check show control valid vEdge, see from Vmanage, it has pushed this information to VSmart as well. Now, if you go and check the orchestrator, inside orchestrator, that's your Vbond, the command line is little bit different. Here you have to use show orchestrator valid vEdge. Now everyone knows this. Everyone knows this number, but do your edge device fall in this category? So if you go and check your edge device, its serial number is something 70C714, something like that. Do you have any 70C? No. 74? No. You don't have, right? So that means it will never join the fabric. You don't have any valid. So you have your list here, but they are not part of the certificate, right? They should matching like this, anyone in this, but they are not belonging anyone in this. So up to here, any question you want to ask? I will extend this class for next 10 minutes and then we'll stop.
This serial number and this chip is from where you are getting? Like how you are generating?
You will get as a license, but anyways, I'll show you that how you can create your own as well for lab purpose.
And when you are uploading the BH list, so that is uploading in Vmanage or
Vmanage.
Vbond also. How it is showing in the Vmanage Vbond also?
That's why I have shown you this thing. I have uploaded only to Vmanage, but it
Uh,
is going automatically to VSmart and Vmond. Why? Because they have their DTLS connection and their
okay.
information are shared. They are sharing their
Okay.
information. And that's the whitelist model you have behind the scene. Okay, but this is not the only way that you are uploading this information to all the controllers. I will tell you in next class there are other ways as well. This is one of the way. There are different methods for this. Okay, so please do not stick with only this way. We have uploaded something, it is showing here. There are other options as well. Nowadays we are not using this option. What option we are using, I will tell you in next class. Okay, all right. So still the device is not up, no worries. But you can see that that device having some valid certificate, right? Valid certificate is there. So what you can do, I'll show that I can go to yeah, just for the lab purpose, not for a real life scenario. You can request vEdge, add the chassis number and the serial number. See the device serial number. This is the number, right? Like this. And this command you can add to all the controllers. Manually also you can tell the controllers that what is your uh, device chassis number and serial number. 714, right? 7714. Now if I go and refresh this page, even behind the scene I have added this manually. I can't see here. No problem. Now you can go here and check control connections. Is it trying something? Oops, not here. And this guy, show control connections. Is it forming any control connection? No, right? They should have this information here. Whatever I am adding it to the controller, you can see here as well. Or I should go or use any of these things. But let me go to certificate. Nice thing about this that once you do that part, you'll find that here it will show you as a certified certificate has been given like that. Okay, so just wait for 2 seconds. I'll come back there. Okay, so it is telling that okay, your serial has been installed, but they will tell you some disclaimer here. So a VH serial file needs to be uploaded to Vmanage. Ensure I'll press enter here so you can read. Okay. Prior to software version 17.x, this file was just CSV file made up of chassis number and the serial number. After 17.x, the VH serial file become a signed binary file. Okay, and can only be downloaded from Bibtela and only include the VH for which purchase licensed. This is the reason we start by installing the Vmanage Vbond VS Smart on software version 16.2.3 or whatever, upgraded to 17.2.0 after the VHs are added to the controller. Create a file called vs.csv, upload it to Vmanage. A sample of this is below. So here you can see it is clearly telling that create the file like this, upload to Vmanage. Okay, and then you repeat these steps that whatever we have done so far, and then you can see this inside the dashboard. Okay, so we are very much done. Don't worry, I will repeat the step that how to add the edge device. Okay, we are almost done this lab. 90% of this manual home lab creation is done. And you can see that I have uploaded one file as well that I have created. This is my generated number, whatever XYZ I have uploaded there. Now what you need to do the certification with these numbers. Okay, and while you are doing this, I'll show you one last command and then we can break. So you can go to edge device, and inside edge device itself we have this chassis number and this serial number option. So you can go there, say 1 2 3 4 5 whatever I have given, copy this. So this is this, and then the serial number, token or serial number. Token is something like OTP, one time password. Both will work. So now what I have done, I try to map with one of the entity that we have inside the dashboard, inside my edge device. And if you go here and if you go and check show control local property, this is very important command. So now you can see that your no certificate has been installed. So now it is telling that so certificate installed is gone. Initially certificate was there, right? Some serial number, something was there. Now it is not there. So you just follow the step that what we have done here one more time. Just allow me 5 more minutes. You will understand what I'm telling. Just do not install this root certificate, but generate new CSR CRT. So this time I'll make this 001. Let me copy and paste. You have to give the organization name as mandatory. Show run system. We're going to stop in next 5 minutes. admin. Okay, and then from CSR we need to create the CRT that will be there inside Vmanage. Now I will go to Vmanage. We are inside. Go to shell. Okay, and then you come back to edge device. Just change this to 001, otherwise it will never work. Copy. Go here, come to this device. Admin. Great. So certificate installed. So certificate serial. Same serial number, right? So now it should come up. And if you go here to certificate, refresh this page. So now I have given this certificate as it is that we have in all the controllers, right? And show run VPN 0. You should have this VPN 0 here. Interface Gigi interface Gigi 00 tunnel interface IPsec encapsulation IPsec, and even you can even you can go give color as well. Commit quit. Now once you give this command, then it will try to contact Vmanage behind the scene just to bring up the control connection. Okay, and these are the steps that we should use. At the moment, I hope all the controllers we have enabled this tunnel interface. And if you go back here to the dashboard, actually that was the final step. You should see something will happen here recently, sooner. Anyways, I will show you this adding edge device one more time, so it will be clear. But these are the steps that you have to follow. Once you complete this lab, then you go and upgrade this lab. Upgradation, I have already shown you that how you can go and upgrade. Yep. Over to you guys. You can ask any question.
Yeah, Ratnesh, I have one question here.
Yep.
So for the SD-WAN fabric, we need to manually add the edge device list, right, in the Vbond or Vsmart or
Nothing is manual actually. Just for our lab, we are doing it. Just to understand the theory. So automation also, you know that automation is like your manual steps they are putting in a script, right?
Mhm.
Behind the scene, these things are happening automatically, but these things are happening. So don't worry, in your in your production, nothing is manual. Either certification for controllers, certifications for all these S devices, everything is automated. You don't
But
need to
how
worry.
this
Hmm.
we won't know about the VH chassis number and serial number means we need to feed it manually. Then he can reach to the GTP server, and from the GTP server
Yes, yes, you are
they
right.
can got the information, right?
100% right. Yeah,
Yeah, that I wanted to say.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
here we need to put it these details manually to the Vbond, and then Vbond is contact to the GTP server.
I will answer this. I told you that one way is to upload the serial file, the CSV file, but we are not doing that. How we are doing it? There are other options. What options we have? We'll discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow we have class, right? So we'll
Okay,
discuss.
okay,
So
okay,
I just
fine.
wanted to show you this thing.